What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Bianconeri zone, and welcome back to Koopmeiners, and actually a little bit Gonzalez, but especially Koopmeiners being absolutely done with Juve, and the news that's coming out why Atalanta are not selling Koopmeiners to Juve at this moment in time, and there's a big update, or an interesting update, on the wingers, on Nico Gonzalez, but also on Jadon Sancho. He's back, it's not gone away, but it's very complicated and a very weird setup to get that deal done. But yeah, before we do that, as always, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and let's go. Okay, before we talk, I promised a call-in show yesterday, but my voice was kind of gone, so I couldn't do it. It will happen tomorrow, so yeah, stay tuned for that. But done with their clubs, especially Koopmeiners, because he's still not in training. He still has that doctor prescription, saying that I cannot train, stressed out basically. And right now, I don't know how many people do watch Sport Italia and Alfredo Pedula. Probably not a lot of you guys, and that's okay. It's late, it's on very late, But he put it perfectly. He spoke about the entire situation, and there was an Atalanta journalist woman in there saying that this is ridiculous. And Pedula said, "Hold on, Atalanta promised. They promised Koopmeiners that if a club comes in and puts the money on the table and they play Champions League, we let you walk." That was a promise they made to Koopmeiners. Koopmeiners said, "I want to leave to Juve. They are putting the money on the table. They play Champions League. We had an agreement. Sell me." And Atalanta thought they could convince him. They thought they could, prevent him from leaving. And they couldn't, because Koopmeiners said, "I'm not showing up in training. I'm done with this." And it's a very dark situation. Then the Atalanta fan journalist responded saying that you cannot talk about stress because you have people working on peanuts at stress. That's the situation we're in right now. That Koopmeiners feels not bullied, but feels lied to, and he has been lied to. And right now, this has nothing to do with it's not enough money. This has everything to do with Atalanta's pride, basically. And I'm not sure what their game plan is right here, because you have a player who absolutely does not want to play for you, and you're keeping the deal on hold for absolutely no good reason, because we don't play Atalanta. It's not that Koopmeiners is going to be on that pitch next Monday or the following Sunday. So the situation is actually extremely sad right now. If they told Koopmeiners, "You can leave," if that offer comes in, and that offer comes in and they're still not doing that, that's, I want to say, disgusting, but then again, that's unacceptable. And I think Koopmeiners feels like, okay, you're actually bullying me right here. That was not the agreement. And also on top of that, that's what Pedula as well said. And actually, every single journalist out there is saying, how are you going to bring Koopmeiners back? How, even if you cannot convince him right now, if you force him to stay, how are you going to sell that to the fans? How is he going to perform? The situation is insane. It's actually insane right now. When it comes to Giuntoli, he has no choice to get this deal done, because you left it this late, and he is the main guy, from day one. So you have no choice. And right now, it doesn't really matter if he arrives, really, if you're being honest, today or tomorrow. For Giuntoli, it's he should be arriving. The time of, he needs time to adapt, that passed. There is no time to adapt, it's get it done, and that's basically it. And then do it on the fly. That's it. But for Atalanta, right now, their game plan is clear. It's petty. And I'm not sure how long they want to play, because there's only 9-10 days left. It's getting to a point where it's absolutely ridiculous right now, because they spoke openly that Koopmeiners wants out and he's not part of it right now. He doesn't want to play for us. That's insane. If I were an Atalanta, if this happened to a Juve player, I was like, get him out. What are you actually waiting for? Get him out. He doesn't want to be here. Get him out. That was my issue with Kalulu. I don't feel he's 100% convinced, and I'm like, that's a bad start already, And that goes for Nico Gonzalez a little bit, because right now, like it or do not like it, these clubs are in control. Atalanta don't really need the money. Yes, they should be selling because they promised and they told the world, hey, he doesn't want to be here. With Fiorentina, it's kind of the same thing, and they are apparently angry that Juve thought they could get it on their terms because they signed Goodmanson, and Fiorentina are again pissed, and they were in control. That's it. We waited so long. They know we're desperate. They know we have the backup. We don't really need to sell him here. Yeah, we need some money, but whatever. I guess we can sell him even next season if needed. Even though Gonzalez is not part of the squad right now, and he said, "I want to join Juve. Don't talk to Atalanta." So the club made a 30 million plus bonus offer, and Fiorentina won close to 40 million, bonuses included. And according to Di Marzio and Pedula, you can close that deal around 35 plus bonuses. Is that too much? It's way too much. I'm not going to sit here and say that's not a much. Do I like Gonzalez? I'm like him, but I'm not like, oh my God, you cannot miss on Gonzalez. I'm like, oh my God, you cannot miss on wingers. We just need wingers right now. Not specifically Gonzalez, but I'm like, you cannot miss on wingers. And you need to get one of them in at least before the Verona game, just to have that on the bench. Even if you start with Sanfona, that you can bring somebody else in, because I don't think that will be enough to beat Verona. So that's a situation where, yeah, the news is Giuntoli wants to close that deal ASAP, and maybe it probably will succeed, but you're going to overpay. You're going to overpay in general in this transfer window, but right now you're going to overpay even more so, because clubs know you're desperate. Clubs know they are in control. Clubs know that, hey, we're sitting here, we're chilling, we have the replacement in. If we wait another 3, 4, 5 days, that's no issue for us, because we have our guys right in. It's you guys that are looking at the situation and looking at it and being like, okay, we're kind of desperate right now because we cannot wait 1 second longer, because it can get out of hand right now. That's it, And then when it comes to the wingers, Pedula saying Sancho is back on the table. Conceição is back on the table. Mendes is trying to convince Porto to let him leave on loan, maybe an option, so on. There's no agreement with Conceição, but that probably is not difficult. And Jadon Sancho is still an option as well, because the club is aiming to get it done very late, hoping no other team comes in, and Man U like, okay, take him off our hands, loan, whatever, part of the wages, I don't know. That's what they're haggling on right now. So it's a very busy window still, but we still need a lot of work to be done, but you also need to accept that we are not in control in this situation right now. Other clubs are in control, as they should be. If we were selling this late, a player that we potentially want to sell, but we already have replacements in, we will do the same thing. We will probably do the same thing. I get it, But right now, that's it. Right now, this is it, They're done with their clubs, but the clubs are also done with Juve and Giuntoli. That's the situation, and I don't feel sorry for Giuntoli, because, hey, it's 9 days, 10 days left, and you are in this quote-unquote mess, some might call, and now you need to deal with it. You need to own up to it, and you also need to make it work. If you pay 35 plus for Gonzalez, he better hits. If you pay 60 for Koopmeiners, it better hits. That's it. I don't feel sorry, but I'm a bit fearful for the money we're spending. Not so much for the players, because I still think the Koopmeiners deal will get done, because there's no way you cannot get this deal done at this moment in time. Even though it's 10 days left or whatever, 9 days, you cannot miss out. And 9 days is not a lot to actually get the player in, have his medicals, sign the papers, file it. Like, it's actually insane. But that's what we are, where we are right now. But yeah, we will see what happens. Things can go fast or extremely slow, like there have been going for us the last couple of weeks, month, basically. But yeah, that's it. Let me know in the comments. Do you think that clubs are playing with us? Which I think it is. However, who's to blame for this? Is it actually the clubs, or is it Giuntoli at this case? Let me know, and I'll speak to you guys very soon. Ciao.